High school at one time.
Tyrus.
What I saw.
Yeah.
What it looked to me like he was negotiating with a deaf prostitute.
Gavin Newsom is now calling his city's homeless encampments unacceptable, which is odd since he's the guy who, made them acceptable, turning sidewalks into red carpet events for drug addicts, thieves, and unemployed CNN anchors.
Imagine tuning in expecting calm political chatter, and instead, you walk into a televised demolition. Gutfeld and Tyrus didn't debate Gavin Newsom, they detonated him. The set turned into a comedic battlefield, every punchline a precision-guided missile. And there in the crossfire stood Newsom, California's golden boy, served extra crispy under studio lights. This wasn't commentary anymore. It was a televised takedown disguised as late-night fun. His policies? Pulverized. His persona? Roasted. His reputation? Left smoldering in the ashes.
Pain of their own policies intimately, and he got it right in the gut. Because I predicted In-N-Out was going to be the catalyst because it's his family's favorite restaurant. And when In-N-Out closed, that was a direct shot at him because you could BS the public, but you can't BS your kids who are now wishing he had gotten recalled because they could have their burger. The intensity of pain that a public endures is based on the time that it takes the Democrats to start acting like
Gutfeld came out swinging like a man on a mission, fearless and unfiltered. Then Tyrus stepped in, all controlled fury and pent-up honesty, the kind that brews for years before exploding in front of millions. The audience roared with laughter while producers stared in disbelief. Somewhere off-camera, Newsom's PR team probably began drafting apology statements for disasters that hadn't even happened yet. Every word landed like a body shot. And honestly, maybe it hit so hard because deep down, they were right. Homelessness through the roof, chaos in the streets, the truth hit harder than any punchline.
Yes! He literally goes, I want some of this, then you do some of this, and I'll do some of that back to you, and then we'll do this, and then I'll pay you, and then we'll do it again.
True.
And then she kept saying, no. Okay, how about this? You do this one first, then we do this one, then we give a little back and forth.
Empty storefronts. Vanishing jobs. Crumbling sidewalks. And that trademark Newsom smirk, that I'm fine while everything burns grin, flashing under the stage lights. This wasn't politics anymore. It was an exorcism on live TV, and Newsom played the demon in denial. California's doing great, he smiled, right before Gutfeld and Tyrus set that illusion on fire. The so-called golden boy stood center stage, lost in daydreams of the presidency, completely unaware that his entire image was seconds away from burning down before millions of viewers.
From sidewalks, parks, and other public areas. So after years of denying the problem, he's now pretending to fix it, which is like putting on a condom as you're leaving a whorehouse. Who hasn't?
What's a condom?
But as always, when a far-left Dem runs for national office, he acts like a Republican. This is where the left is really pro-trans. Suddenly, they grow balls.
Hair perfect. Suit tailored. Confidence radiating like a man powered by his own ego. Then, boom. Ambushed on live television. Gutfeld and Tyrus didn't throw shade, they launched a full-scale political ambush, point blank. It wasn't playful banter. It was a drive-by on his reputation. They stripped the smugness off his face and left him standing there, raw, exposed, and humbled. Like a Whole Foods banana in a Barkley yoga class, polished, overpriced, and peeled clean for the world to see.
It's not his words when he speaks.
Yeah.
You have to watch him closely. And some genius decided not to film him any lower than the shoulder.
Yes, did you? Yes.
So what did he do?
You couldn't see the hands.
No, but he sent Morse code.
Yes.
Go back and watch it. Look at the blinking. Blink, look. Meet me at the house. Like, he's blinking. He's sending, I'm getting there. Hey, just so you know, I'm not wearing pants.
When it was over, only ego crumbs remained on the studio floor. Newsom walked in thinking he was the smartest man in the room, but Gutfeld and Tyrus brought facts, fire, and zero patience for political theater. Newsom blinked, lost in the dark, while they torched him with truth like night vision soldiers storming hypocrisy. Gutfeld wielded sarcasm like a sword. Tyrus came in behind him swinging a hammer called reality. Together, they didn't just challenge his narrative, they obliterated it. By the time the smirk faded, the gloves were off, and every talking point had been turned to ash.
It ponders why Dems lost.
We lost. We lost the popular vote, and we lost the electoral vote. We got crushed. And we need to be humble about that, and we need to have some grace.
Yes. Was it because of Israel? Yes. Interest rates? Yes. Too woke? Yes. Mm-hmm. It's like every bad policy that trickled up to the White House during the Biden administration started in California. That state is responsible for the worst politicians in modern history. And he is at the top of the list, and there are some ignoramuses.
It happened. The jokes stopped being funny and started cutting deep. Sarcasm sharpened into scalpels. Gutfeld listed California's chaos like a detective reading charges at a crime scene, exploding homelessness, collapsing businesses, spiking crime, tax exodus. It was devastation dressed in data. And there was Newsom, strutting like a man auditioning for Mr. America 2028, pretending it wasn't his fault. Chanting equity while the street screamed inequality. The crowd didn't just laugh, they gasped.
And then eventually the camera guy realizing that he's signaling him, so he gets appalled, leans back, camera comes down, and then we're back to this. I'll do this for you, you do this for me a little. So he's saying whatever he's going to say. There it is, see? They couldn't hold him back. He's like, I'm not on film. Oh, I'm not, nope. Oh, bring my hands up, bring him up. Bring him up. He's playing with us. Meet me at my house, you get mine, I get yours.
San Francisco's sidewalks lined with forgotten souls. Businesses fleeing like refugees. Greg Gutfeld held up a mirror and said, "Run your campaign with this." That wasn't humor, it was a televised intervention. Then came Tyrus, calm, grounded, and built like a linebacker with the mind of a philosopher. He didn't shout, he stated. Every truth bomb landed heavy, shaking even the steeliest faces. The room fell silent as Tyrus dismantled the illusion, brick by brick. Education collapsing, small businesses suffocating under regulations, and a state once golden now rusting from the inside out.
Evil, then the Dems are now the party of disorder. Turns out the only system they had was wokeism, and it rotted any basic principles the party had to begin with. Which is why, like Gavin himself, they're left looking at 2028's hopes going up in flames. And this time, no one is going to help them put it.
And what's Newsom's fix? More pressers. More photo ops. More hashtags. More pretending the chaos doesn't exist. Tyrus didn't have to raise his voice. His truth fell like a grand piano from 10 stories up, crushing every hollow talking point beneath it. You could almost hear the sound of spin dying in real time. Gutfeld and Tyrus tag-teamed like a comedy duo in a WWE match, except this wasn't staged. It was a reckoning. Gutfeld roasted him like a failed magician pulling a tax hike from his hat, while Tyrus handed out reality checks stamped overdue. By the end, Newsom looked lost, a man caught mid-performance when the teleprompter dies.
Tremendously to the right on this issue in 2024 and 2025 versus where they were in 2020. Closest to or trust more in immigration. You go back to 2020. Democrats, get this, held a 32-point lead on this issue. Immigrant voters were in the Democratic camp. Jump forward to 2024, 2025. Look at that shift, a 40-point shift to the right among immigrant voters. Republicans now lead on this issue by 8 points over Democrats.
It makes sense. If you waited your turn, why would you be happy about a bunch of jerks cutting the line? So why are the Dems and the media shocked by this? Well, because unlike the left, immigrants don't shout their beliefs every time there's a break in conversation. Hell, I rarely even flex my muscles unless it's a conversation.
That's when the laughter stopped. The segment turned from comedy into accountability. This wasn't a roast anymore, it was a reckoning years in the making. Gutfeld and Tyrus didn't just poke fun. They peeled back the Gavin Newsom myth like wallpaper on a crumbling mansion, shiny on the surface, rotten beneath. You can host all the fundraisers you want, but But when your streets burn and your people suffer, someone's got to call it out. And Gutfeld did, with a toast to truth and the line of the night, Bon Appetit, California.
Do you think after this riot fest, he is still an option for 2028?
Yeah, he just has to keep, he thinks he's going to charm people over by just kind of agreeing with them. He'll start every sentence, I appreciate that. I appreciate that. They'll make a point. He has people on his podcast. They destroy his point of view. I appreciate that. I'm going to look at that. I'm going to have a look at that. I can't even believe, there's so many good things in that monologue, Greg. I love that clip of CNN. I can't believe they have that guy. It's like self-flagellation.
Gutfeld didn't come empty-handed. He brought receipts. Sure, California's GDP sparkles on paper, but families are Googling how to stretch a paycheck without selling an organ. The elite dine on sustainability while the middle class starves on slogans. He shredded the hypocrisy of preaching climate salvation while the state literally burns every summer. Wildfires, blackouts, evacuations, yet the photo ops keep coming. And when billionaires show up, the man of the people suddenly grins for cameras. Empty slogans. Real hypocrisy.
His hands in motion and his hair full of lotion. True, Gavin's views may be idiotic, but his hands moves, well, they're hypnotic. California Governor Newsom's new podcast is out. It's available wherever fine hair.
Tyrus leaned back, cool, composed, and surgical. With one sentence, he tore down the illusion of moral high ground. You can't fight for the little guy while crushing small business under your boot, he said. Newsom's brand, all style, no soul, collapsed in real time. The hair, the smile, the tailored sincerity, every piece of the performance fell apart under cold, statistical truth. Gutfeld hit him with facts like precision missiles. Tyrus followed with silence so heavy it said everything. Together, they turned California's chaos into courtroom evidence, and Newsom was the defendant.
In the city.
Yeah.
Charlie, is he talking with his hands, or is this some kind of distraction maneuver?
I think, okay, well, I'm Italian, and I talk with my hands. I'm doing it right now. They have lives of their own. And I have never seen someone, to the extent that Gavin Newsom just spoke with his hands, do anything like that. So, I mean, congratulations, I suppose. Diversion tactic, yes, maybe, because you think if people are so focused on his hands, they're not listening.
Then Tyrus delivered the final strike, calm, deliberate, devastating. Leadership, he said, isn't locking schools while streets rot. No yelling. No theatrics. Just quiet honesty that hit like thunder. Gutfeld piled on, torching the endless buzzwords and fake compassion. This isn't leadership, he mocked, it's a TED talk with bad lighting. Tyrus followed up, cool as ice, the voice of reason in a storm of spin. He called out how the elites preach progress while fleeing to gated comfort, leaving working families behind in the ashes of promises.
Newsom is fed up with tent cities, the crime, the urban decay. No, he's not mad about that stuff. He's mad you noticed. It's like a criminal telling a jury he's sorry he robbed 25 banks when he's just sorry he got caught on the 26th. Because this isn't some spontaneous crisis. It's a man-made disaster like Chernobyl or Fox and Friends. And
They like the show, okay?
And the man who made it acts like he had nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
It's pure government grift, shoving you down a flight of stairs and then making you pay for the handrail. We've been lied to for years that homelessness is all about...
Then came the line that sealed it. Gutfeld compared California's leadership to handing a toddler a flamethrower and calling it innovation. The crowd lost it. Tyrus just nodded, stoic, knowing. By the end, it didn't feel like a late-night skit, it felt like a verdict. Exhibit A, broken infrastructure. Exhibit B, staged photo ops. Exhibit C, a generation fleeing because even ramen now costs $40. The judgment was clear, the illusion shattered. And for once, on national TV, truth wasn't edited. It was unleashed.